Good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you all are having a wonderful weekend. This is my response video for EDL 551. And within this video, I want to give my insight and feedback about both Glenn's video and Crystal's video, and just to go over a few things and keep it short to the point. With Crystal's video, she discussed her applied experience, and she talked about her two groups, both race and socioeconomic status, and the way she connect both identities to privilege. You have social class and white privilege. More particularly, I looked at white privilege in the student development book on page 238 to 39. We talk on There's a one passage that stuck out particular to me. It states that white privilege is explicitly defined but often hard for whites, while easily for non-whites to see as a system of benefits, advantages, and opportunities experienced by white persons bestowed solely because of skin color. And to some instances, the book further also discussed, or in this particular passage, it discussed that a lot of whites do fail to realize that they have the upper hand. Some do, and they use that to their advantage. Others don't, and it's very interesting to see that. But it kind of made me ponder and wonder, with privilege, you know, you have a dominance, one dominating over another person or over another group, and although white privilege is very interesting and cool, I think it gets overshadowed when you talk about gender privilege. And with gender privilege within the same book, 241 Student Development, is interesting because it states that women are economically and socially disadvantaged throughout society, even with the flood of race and class and feminist analysis. And women with different identities are lumped together in media statistical reporting of the social economic conditions of all women, especially when compared to men, meaning that, regardless of race, regardless of class, the the male is dominant versus a woman. So in some instances, although I'm an African American, because I'm male, I will overshadow in some cases where it forms um, a Caucasian female. So it kind of goes and ties in towards what we're going to be talk about within the semester, and we'll probably go more in depth into that on tomorrow. And so again, good luck with your applied experience, Krista. Very interesting groups. And with your video, it kind of ties into Glenn's video about development, and he discussed Holland's development theory. He talks about within that theory, that people seek out environments that made them within opportunities to use their talents and express their values and attitudes, which is very interesting, and it kind of made me relate to within on page 33 through 34 within the identity development book, Chickering his 7 vectors of development. And within that development, he says that development is represented by vectors or areas of concerns which describe the major highways for journeying toward individualism, the discovery and refinement of one's unique way of being, and also towards communing with others, individuals, and groups, including the larger national global society. And he discussed about establishing identity, his 5th vector, and he goes on to conclude and further ends into the student will be in different places developmentally that will influence their movement along the vectors. They will experience the college environment differently, and the development task or vector that gives one student difficulty will be easily managed by another. And that's basically, and I made the connection that since we're taking this course, this is what we're trying to see within our applied experience. what factors is going to easily grow within that individual throughout their matriculation in college. Are they going to use race as their upper hand? Are they going to use their socioeconomic status as their upper hand? Like, what is shaping them to be the student or to be the individual that we see them fit? And not just, and how they're going to go from, from the college world into, to that real world, to the outside world once they get their degree. And once, to me, that's, very interesting. It's gonna it raised a lot of questions and a lot of hopefully we'll get those answers throughout our applied experience and throughout with the help of Dr. DeVita. Again, thank you so much for listening to me. This is my video. Have a wonderful Sunday.